Bugs, let's look at this week's assignment, which was a multiplication and division rules review. In order to keep this as one video, I am going to alternate between strategies of multiplying with or without the box and dividing with or without the box. If you have questions, though, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, let's start. We have 24 times 4. We're going to do this one with the traditional setup. So 4 times 4 is 16. We're going to write down our ones place and carry our 10. 4 times 2 is 8, add 1 is 9. For this one, we're looking for 96. Over here, let's box it. So 83 becomes 80, and 3 times 6. 6 times 8 is 48 with a 0. 6 times 3 is 18. If I stack and add these, I'm looking for 498. Down here, back to traditional, 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 3 is 21. 21 add 4 is 25. 252. And boxing, 78. 9. 9 times 7 is 63. Add a 0. 9 times 8 is 72. 630 plus 72 is 2. 10, 7. We're looking for 702. 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 4 is 24. Add 3 is 27. 270. Last one for this page, we'll box 90, 5, and 5. 5 times 9 is 45 with a 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 450 plus 25 gives us 475. If you have any questions on this page, please feel free to bring it to class. All right, page number 2, where we are looking at double-digit multiplication. Just like with the last page, I'm going to alternate between doing our traditional and our box method. So last page, I started with traditional. This page, let's go ahead and start with boxing. Since I have 4 numbers, I'm going to have 4 boxes. 51, 32. Doesn't matter which is on top and which is on bottom, as long as the pairs stay together. 3 times 5 is 15 with 2 zeros. 3 times 1 is 3 with a 0. 2 times 5 is 10 with a 0. 2 times 1 is 2. If I take 1,500 or 1,500, 100, 30, and 2, I end up with 1,632. Over here for traditional, 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 6 is 18. Closing out the ones place with my space saving 0. 4 in the tens place times 1 is 40. That's where that 0 comes from. 4 times 6 is 24. We have 3. 8 and 2 is 10, so 8 and 4 is 12. 4, 5, 6, and 2, 2,623. Over here, 5 times 5. Oh, I need to box this. I almost did traditional. Got to keep it fair. 80 and 5, 30 and 5. 3 times 8 is 24, 2 zeros. 3 times 5 is 15, 1 0. 5 times 8 is 40 with a 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 2,400, 400, 150, 25. Move it up a little bit. We have 5, 7, 9, and 2. 2,975. Back to traditional. 6 times 3 is 18. 4 times 7 is 42, or 6 times 7 is 42. Add 1 is 43. Place saving 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 times 2 is 14. When I add these, I get 8, 9, 8, 1, 1,898. Down here, we're going to go back to boxing. Now, I am still going to make 4 boxes, even though we have a 0, and that piece isn't going to be needed because anything times 0 is 0. It is really helpful to continue to set them up the same, just for the way that your brain works. All right. 2 times 9 is 18, 2 zeros. 2 times 0 is 0. 7 times 9 is 63 with a 0. 7 times 0 is 0. We knew these were going to be zeros, but it's still helpful to keep our setup consistent. We have 0, 3, 14, and 2. 2,430. All right, last one on this page, doing it traditional. 7 and 2 is 14. 2 and 8 is 16. Add 1 is 17. Close out the ones place. 4 times 7 is 28. 8 times 4 is 32. Add 2 is 34. We have a 4. We have 15. We have 6 and 3. 3,654. That brings us to the end of page 2. If you have questions, bring them with you. All right, our last page, or our next page, not our last page. Our next page is looking at word problems, and then we're going to get into some division. When we're doing word problems, we're thinking, what are they asking me to do? What numbers are they giving me to use? And then I solve. There are 86 students in a class, and each student has 4 notebooks. How many notebooks are there in total? We are multiplying the 86 students by 4 because they each have 4 notebooks. 6 times 4 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. Add 2 is 34. There are 344 notebooks. Labels are super important when we're doing word problems because I need to know what this number means. Over here, Lisa is planting a garden with 18 rows, and each row has 26 flowers. How many flowers will she plant in total? We are multiplying the number of rows times the number of flowers. 2 times 1 is 2 with 2 zeros. 2 times 8, 16 with a 0. 6 times 1 is 6 with a 0. 6 times 8 is 48. I have 200, 160, 60, and 48. I have 8, 16, and 4. 468 flowers. Down to the middle. A carpenter is building a fence, and each section of the fence is 15 feet long. If he needs to build 24 sections, how many feet of fence does he need? So we have 15 feet for each of 24 sections. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4. Add 2 is 6. Close out the ones place. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2. Add 1 is 3. 360 feet of fencing. A farmer has 7 bags and needs to put 35 apples in each for an order. How many apples are in the order? So we have, I need to box this one. We have 35 apples in each of the 7 bags. 7 times 3 is 21 with a 0. 7 times 5 is 35. I am going to have a total of 245 apples in this order. Down here to the last 2. Tim wants to buy 14 toys, and each toy costs $6. How much money does he need to buy all the toys? So 14 toys at $6 each. 4 times 6 is 24. There we go. 6 times 1 is 6. Add 2 is 8. It's going to cost him $84 for toys. Last one on the multiplication. A bookstore ordered 47 boxes of books, and each box contained 53 books. How many books did the bookstore receive in total? So 47 needs to be boxed. Come on, Mrs. L. 47 times 53. So we have a 40 and a 7, a 50 and a 3. 5 times 4 is 20, 2 zeros. 5 times 7 is 35, 1 0. 3 times 4 is 12 with a 0, and 3 times 7 is 21. I have to stack all of my pieces, and I end up with 1, 5, 7, 9, 4, and 2. So 2,491 books. That brings us to the end of page 3. If you have questions, please bring them with you. All right, little loves, we are headed into the land of division. Again, I'm going to alternate between doing traditional division and dividing with the boxes. So we're starting with 858 divided by 6. This number outside is how many are in the groups. And we're going to start one digit at a time. How many groups of 6 can I take out of 8? 1, because 1 times 6 is 6. So if I take out one group, it means I'm taking out 6 pieces. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down your next piece. How many groups of 6 can I take out of 25? 4, because 4 times 6 is 24. I have 1 left. Bring down my last one. How many groups of 6 can I take out of 18? 3, because 6 times 3 is 18. Going sideways a little bit. Nothing left. My answer is 143. Let's box this. If you don't know your 13 times tables, we talked about giving ourselves a break and writing them out. So I can write on a piece of paper, and if you kept the one from class, please use it. I have 13, 26, just skip counting, 39, 52, 65. And we said to start with the first 5. And then if we need more, which for this one, we would need one more. You can go ahead and do it that way, okay? So how many groups of 13 can I take out of 3? 0, because 0 times 13 is 0. I subtract and I get 3. Bring it next door. How many groups of 13 can I take out of 33? 2. 1, 2. I'm taking out 26 pieces. And when let me change my color so you can see. When I borrow, 13 minus 6 is 7. 2 minus nothing is 2. Bring my 7. How many groups of 13 can I take out of 78? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gives me 78 on the nose. Nothing left. My answer is 26. All right, let's do a traditional with a 2-digit. I'm taking groups of 10. Let me put it up a little higher, actually. I'm taking groups of 10 out of 520. This one was a little tricky. How many groups of 10 can I take out of 5? None. How many groups of 10 can I take out of 52? 5, because 5 times 10 is 50. Leaves me with 2. Make sure you bring that 0 down. How many groups of 10 can I take out of 20? 2, with nothing left. Remember, just because you have a 0, you still have to work it all the way through. This one we're looking for 52. Let's box 605. Divided by 5. All right, same steps. How many groups of 5 can I take out of 6? 1, because 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring it next door. How many groups of 5 can I take out of 10? 2, because 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. Still bring your 0. Even though it's nothing, we want to stay on track with our strategy. How many groups of 5 can I take out of 5? 1, because 1 times 5 is 5. Subtracts for nothing. I'm looking for 121. Over here, traditional, 5,982 divided by 3. How many groups of 3 can I take out of 5? 1, because 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. Bring it down. How many groups can I take this time? 9, because 9 times 3 is 27. Subtract. 29 minus 27 is 2. Bring it down. How many groups can I take this time? Still the same fact, 9, which we said was 27, which leaves us with 1. Bring our last number all the way down. How many groups of 3 can I take out of 12? 4, because 4 times 3 is 12, leaving us with nothing. The answer is 1,994. Last one for page number 4. We are going to box it. So we have a big number and a big divisor, but we can do hard things. We prove it every day. 8,904 divided by 14. Let's go ahead and write up our 14s. So if we skip count, we have 14, 28, 42, 56, 70, 84. If you have this on your sheet from class, keep it with you. You can reuse it. How many groups of 14 come out of 8? None. It's too small. Anytime I have a 2-digit number in the front, I know that first number is not going to work. How close can I get to 89? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gives me 84. 89 minus 84 is 5. Bring it next door. How many groups can I get out of 50? The closest I can get is 1, 2, 3, which is 42. And when I borrow, change my color here, 10 minus 2 is 8. I have 8 left. Bring it next door. This looks familiar. I said 6 groups was 84. My answer is 636. If you have questions on this page, page 4, bring them to class. Last page of the week, we are looking at division word problems. Remember, what are they asking me to do? What numbers are they giving me to use, then solve? Let's look. There are 567 pencils in a box. If they are to be distributed or shared in 9 pencil cases equally, how many pencils will be in each case? So we have to take 567 pencils and divide them in 9 pencil cases. So here we go. 9 does not go into 5, but it does go into 56. 9 times 6 is 54. 56 minus 54 is 2. Bring it down. 9 times 3 is 27 exactly. I can put 63 pencils in each case. A bakery sold 3,240 cupcakes in a 6-day work week. How many cupcakes did they sell each day? So we are dividing our 3,240 cupcakes into the 6 days we had to sell them. 6 cannot go into 3, but it can go into 32. 6 times 5 is 30. Bring over your 2. 6 times 7 is going to be too big. 6 times 7 is 42. I want to do 6 times 3 is 18. 6 and 4, 24 on the nose. Bring over our 0. 6 goes into 0 times. We're looking at 530 cupcakes. That's a lot in one day. 530 cupcakes. All right, sweet faces, let's keep moving and grooving. Or wait, just kidding. I said 4 and I still wrote 3. I knew that looked a little goofy. We said 4 groups. I couldn't figure out why that wasn't looking right to me. 540 cupcakes, final answer. All right, little loves. Next one, it says a construction company used 4,536 bricks to build a wall. If each row of bricks contained 8 bricks, how many rows were there in the wall? So we are dividing our 4,536 bricks by 8 to find out how many rows we have. That's what we're looking for. So 8 does not go into 4, but it does go into 45. 6 times 8 is 48, too big. 6 times 5, though, is 40. I subtract, I have 5, I bring down my 3. How many groups of 8 is going to get me closer to 53? It's going to be that 6. 6 times 8 is 48. When I subtract with my borrowing, I end up with 8 and 4 is 5. Bring down my 6. 6 times 7 is 56 on the nose, which means I have 567 rows of bricks. All right, little loves, a garden has 729 flowers, and they need to be planted in rows with 3 flowers in each row. How many rows will there be? So our 729 is being divided into 3 flower rows. 3 goes into 7 2 times because 2 times 3 is 6. Subtract 7 minus 6 is 1. Bring it over. 3 goes into 12 4 times perfectly with nothing left. And 3 goes into 9 3 times. There's going to be 243 rows of flowers. Last 2 for this page and this week. Emily has 348 marbles and she wants to share them equally among her 12 friends. How many marbles will each friend receive? So we are doing our 12s. If you don't know your 12s, give yourself a little key. I'm going to put them up here. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84. Let's do all the way up to 96. All right. How many 12s can I take to get close to 34? I'll see right here. It's only 2 because 2 gives me 24. Now this one looks a little bit scary, but it's not wrong. I have 10 left, which means that it is smaller. I'm going to give myself one more. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's 108 on the nose. This is how many marbles each friend will receive. This was a tricky one because we had to do 12 times 9. If you got stuck on that, that is okay. This is a big stretch. All right, last one. My friend Sarah saved 8,000. Oh, I need to box this. $8,910 for her dream vacation. I wonder where she's going to go. And she plans to spend an equal amount on each day. If her vacation lasts for 15 days, how much money will she spend each day? So let's set this up. And then let's go up top and do the same thing. We're going to write out our 15s. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm going to label these for you when you get this homework because this is another stretch. These last 2 are big old stretches, but you are awesome, so you can handle it. All right, 15 does not go into 8. It's too small. But it does go into 89, the closest I can get, which is 75. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups is the closest I can get. When I subtract 75, I'm left with 14. This is where it gets icky and sticky and tricky. What's the closest I can get? 135, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the hardest part. And I subtract 135. And when I do all of my borrowing, 11 minus 5 is 6. I have 6 left. I bring it over and whew, I can get to 60 exactly with 4 moves. That means that I get to spend $594 on each day of my dream vacation. If you have questions, love bugs, go ahead and bring them with you to class. Have a good week.